There was a 12-year-old autistic teen named Kellyan. He went out to buy some food, and we found him days later in a tent for drug addicts. He died in horrible conditions.
And for many years, a district in Paris has been dealing with serious drug problems. The situation only got worse with the pandemic, making life a nightmare for local residents. NTD correspondent David Vives has the testimony from one of them.
The beautiful Montmartre Hill in Paris attracts millions of tourists each year, but just a few hundred yards from there, the outlook of the city changes. For years, Paris' 18th district has been plagued by robbery and poverty. But the worst issue is the crack epidemic. You can often see crack cocaine consumers on the streets in some neighborhoods, and the situation has become unbearable for many local residents. Tarak Sassi is one of them. He describes the situation as a nightmare.
What we are living since the beginning of the epidemic, it's a true nightmare. My wife can't even go out to the grocery store. We have asked city authorities many times to do something, but without success.
The situation has existed for years, but the number of crack consumers has recently increased. That's despite a €9 million plan in 2019 to tackle the problem. Illegal immigrants without lodging solutions live nearby the crack dealers, and unfortunately, they fall prey to narcotic drugs, adding fuel to the flame. There had once been a room and then a garden dedicated to crack consumption, but they had to close as they became a site for drug dealing. The Paris mayor said Tuesday that she has no solution and blamed the Paris police chief for not taking actions. And the police chief blamed the mayor in return. To pay for their doses, some drug users commit crimes. On July 12th, a crime shocked the neighborhood.
There was a 12-year-old autistic teen named Kellyan. He went out to buy some food, and we found him days later in a tent for drug addicts. He died in horrible conditions.
Following his death, 5 men assaulted drug dealers in revenge, but more often than not, more and more residents simply leave the districts, feeling hopeless about the situation. David Vives, NTD News.